mom, it is so hard to date.
We do not care.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
Like, I feel like I do not have the energy, the capacity, or the time to go out with these people, because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. And then I go on the date for 5 minutes and I'm just like, I'm paying a babysitter right now. I had to beg my mother. To watch these kids for you.
I don't give up.
And in the middle of the date, I'm just like pissed off. Like, I'm so irritated that I hired a babysitter or that I had to beg my family for you.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
So guys, can we please really consider not wasting a single mom's time on a date? And I'm not trying to be like that girl, but it's just, man, it is not easy.
You ladies have no idea how you single moms sound when y'all say things like that. First off, the amount of juggling a man has to do to work his schedule around yours when he could just pick some chick without a kid. The fact that you have a kid means that spur of the moment spontaneity out the window, because we always got to worry about a babysitter. You always got to worry about childcare. You always got to take into account your kid's schedule. And hey, look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Of course, a good mother should. But what about that man that wants to take you out? And then on top of that, you're bringing some other dudes walking
cream pie
to the table? For real? I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. This video is gonna be enlightening. With that said, cue the intro. Welcome back.
I'm back, you golden taxes.
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Uncle L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Today, if you can't tell by the thumbnail, I'm going to be discussing the ridiculous entitlement that is displayed by single mothers. I mean, look, it's okay to have standards and expectations, but for a lot of these chicks, they lack a certain level of humility and humbleness.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Most of the men you're dating, ladies, they're settling for you. They're dating down. You know why? Because you come with some other dude's kid or kids, plural. If we're gonna be your man, that's a burden that's gonna rest on our shoulders.
More money, more money, more money.
We're gonna have to take care of these children, and you're gonna expect us to love these kids like they're ours. So you would think these chicks would be humble, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Before we get into the content, shout out to all my day one subs and shout out to all my new subs. I'm trying to run my numbers up to 1,500 subs. Help! If you would, give me a like and a share if you're already a sub. If you're a new sub, if you're a new viewer, take a chance on your boy. Give me a sub. With that said, let's get into the content.
Okay, who's looking for a single mom with 3 kids?
Absolutely no one, ma'am. Absolutely no one. But continue.
Who takes care of all of her own shit. Just a lover girl by heart, likes to be sarcastic, you know, homebody, Someone who just likes to like chill out most of the time, get really laugh, watch TikTok videos. Who's looking for that?
No one, absolutely no one.
I mean, I don't wear sweatshirts all the time at home, guys.
You want to know the hardest part about dating as a single mom?
How about new?
I already know. Finding and having a babysitter. Y'all, I am finally, getting back into my dating era. For reference, y'all, I have 2 boys. I have a almost 15-year-old, and I have a 3-year-old. And y'all, trying to get somebody to watch my 3-year-old so that I can actively date is one of the hardest things about motherhood and dating as a single mom.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Because it's like, how else are you supposed to connect with people? How else are you supposed to build those relationships past the telephone and past, whatever, if you're not actually able to get out and date? And even, I don't want anybody to come in like, oh, they want to date you, they got to accept your kids. Of course they are going to accept my kids.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
But it's like you want to build that one-on-one time and not having a babysitter when you need to have a babysitter, y'all, it's so hard. Like, it's a struggle. Like, what do y'all do in the moments? Y'all tell me.
When I got divorced in 2013, I got full 100% custody of my son. He was 7 years old. Now, did I date? Sure. But was it on a basis where I was living with a chick or she had to take responsibility for my son? No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. So to this young lady, your main priority should be your kids. I'm sorry if you feel like you need a companion. You should have made a companion out of their father or fathers. Because men are sick of you ladies showing up with ready-made families. I mean, it doesn't... Ladies always, and she said it, they speak like we should just accept their kids. That these other dudes walking
Cream pie.
that share his traits, his characteristics, and probably has love for that dude. Now, I'm not saying that you should mistreat kids, but some of these kids are jerks.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
What reason do we have to tolerate your kids that you had with another dude? This is how men think, ladies. This is how men think.
He ain't lying.
Let's continue.
At some point, you're going to want a man to take you serious. Yeah. And how many kids are you going to want him to take you serious with? I got 3.
Damn!
Hard out here with 3 kids trying to find a man that want to fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? You got no kids, you can't find a man really want to fuck with you. Not me having 3 kids. A man trying to find a man to fuck with me. You get what I'm saying?
So my friend, like, she has 2 kids. Both are like teenagers now, and like the thing that I don't like is like when she dates guys and then they fall out or something, they'll be like, out of here, I be feeding you and your kids. Like, they be trying to throw it back in their face, and it's like, that's why I can only imagine how hard it is being a single mom.
It's not even like, it is throw it back in your face, but it's like I said, expectations and it's the reality of the situation. Because the reality is, I could go deal with a woman that don't have no kids. So I chose you 100%. And your kids. You need to be appreciative of that shit, because it's not easy for a man to look at some kids that's not his and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do that for these kids.
She's got a point.
This message is for all the men out there that choose to date a single mom and think that because you are dating a single mom that we need your help or your assistance, or that you're taking on all the kids that come with us.
Ah, here we go again.
I don't know what's up with these guys out here, and I'm dating and I'm new to this, and I'm a single mom, a successful businesswoman that doesn't necessarily need your help. The only thing that I need your help with is to be my man and consistency and show up in the relationship.
But I'm showing up to a relationship with a woman with kids. You want me to show up for you? What does that mean? I don't have to do anything for your kids? Well, what if showing up for you requires me to go pick your kids up because you're stuck here doing this, and that? You need, oh, I can't do it.
Come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
What if you fall short on something and you need me to help you feed your kids? Come on, ladies. Y'all need to stop this disingenuous argument that this chick is making. When you date a woman with kids, unless it's just a situationship, if you're in a relationship with a woman with kids, as a man, those kids become your responsibility. All men know this, and all women know this also. It's just some of y'all don't want to admit it. Let's continue.
But for some reason, as I'm out here in these dating freaking streets, I'm talking to these boys and they're telling me that, oh, well, you have to understand what comes along with you having 3 kids.
What? What the fuck?
You have to understand what comes along with you being a single mother. I'm getting extremely frustrated because nobody is out here dating and saying, hey, I want you to come take care of my family. What I am asking for is a relationship. And I think that if you are a man who is dating a single mother, yes, you have to understand that you are not just dating her. You're probably dating her kids too. But if you are a strong, an alpha, a real freaking man.
If you use shame as a tactic to get your way, you may be low value. If you're often insulting to get your way, or to shut people up or shut people down, you may be low value.
You're not gonna talk about the fact that, oh, dating you come with all of these things unless you don't have it. You have nothing to come with. Like, if you're not in a good enough position to take on me and my 3 kids, then don't talk to me.
What you do is you call women on that bullshit, and what's the first thing to come out of their mouth? Shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Sign language.
Okay, I'm confused. Because see, a few seconds ago, earlier in this clip, she said this.
And think that because you're dating a single mom that we need your help or your assistance or that you're taking on all the kids that come with us.
Only to turn around and say this.
If you are a man who is dating a single mother, yes, you have to understand that you are not just dating her. You're probably dating her kids too.
What?
It sure seems like this lady's talking out both sides of her face. Hence another reason why we don't date single mothers anymore. It's just such a headache. It's just such a headache. Let's continue.
You're just not my guy. That doesn't mean that every man out there, because I've had boyfriends, that doesn't mean that every man out there cannot take on a woman with children. And it's frustrating because I'm like, if these are the conversations that I'm having with men, what are my single mom friends out here having with men? This is so frustrating. The audacity that these guys feel like they can tell me, well, you have to know what you're coming with. Well, you have to recognize that it's not just you. You have 3 kids. As if I don't know that I'm a mother with 3 children is really frustrating. And I'm trying to keep my cool and not like snap at any of these guys when I'm talking to them. But it's extremely frustrating to know that because I'm a mom, you're looking at me differently.
And I get it. There's men that prefer not to be with women with kids. Like, we get it. We hear you guys. We hear you loud and clear, okay?
No, man don't want any woman with kids, you know? Don't want no woman with kids, you know?
Like, any man that is so vocal about, I don't want a woman with kids. Why on earth would anyone want to be with someone like that? Why? Because it's just a horrible trait to have. Like, yes, have your preferences, but don't go and shout down a whole group of people in society and make them feel worthless about themselves just because you don't want to date one. Make it make sense.
Yeah, men expressing the fact that they don't want to date single mothers shouldn't make you feel any kind of way. That just means those guys aren't for you. So if you're feeling a certain way, it's because it's in you, because it's messing with you. That's a hang-up of yours. Make it make sense. There you go. I made it make sense. And you can't fault a man that doesn't want to take up the responsibility of another man's walking
cream pie.
You can't fault him for losing interest in you when he found out that he'd have to deal with you, a kid, and some other dude. He just by dating you, he's inviting 3 people into his life. 3 different personalities. Nah, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. For what? For a chick that's already had a kid to pass through her body? Pass.
Welcome to my TED Talk. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I came on here Yes, I have a broken nail. If you saw that, no, you didn't. Because I just wanted to state the obvious that the dating world is absolutely fucking trash.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Who hurt you?
I've always been a single mom. That's nothing new. I've always taken care of my kids. But I've been single for 6 months. And in that time period, have I ran across some fucking jokes. Like, y'all really be funny out here. If a single full-time mom gives you her time of day, do not come in her world and fucking cause chaos. Like, do yourself a favor and walk the fuck out as quickly as you walk the fuck in. Like, and don't hit me with questions like, how are you gonna make time for me? Sir, after that comment, I'm not. You won't get a response from me. Because you're not gonna make me feel like I have to compete with my children and you. Yeah, have a good day.
The material writes itself. That's why you don't date single moms. She gets upset with this guy when he asks, when you gonna make time for me? You know why? Because she's got kids, plural. Meanwhile, this guy can pick a chick without kids. I'm just saying.
I feel like the hardest part about dating as a single mom is that I have kids and I don't want no more. And then I also don't want to date a baby dad. A lot of these guys without kids want to have a kid. You see what the problem is? Am I really going to sacrifice my body, my time, my everything again for another man to satisfy his needs again? You really have to be worthy of me for that, because I already fucked up once and I gave someone that isn't. I share kids with somebody already. I don't want no more kids. I'm so happy with my kids.
Okay, she just said this.
Am I really going to sacrifice my body, my time, my everything again for another man to satisfy his needs again? You really have to be worthy of me.
And then turned around and said this about her baby dad.
I already fucked up once and I gave someone that isn't. I already fucked up once and I gave someone that isn't. I already fucked up once and I gave someone that isn't.
Yet, she thinks the man worthy. You heard me?
You want.
Let's continue.
I really just have to fucking be head over heels in love with you for me to want to have your fucking kids. They don't have kids and they would like to have a kid of their own. I'm just like, well, fuck. Like, should I continue to talk to you or not? Because I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I just don't know if I'm gonna get there. I'm sorry. Don't come for me about like you're a baby mama and you don't want to date a baby daddy. Like, who cares? There's people that don't have kids that don't want to date anybody with kids. There's people that want to date with people with kids that are comfortable with that. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I just personally don't want to date somebody with kids. Like, my bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. That's fine. But I really don't fucking want to. You know what I mean? If you don't understand, don't. Just don't. And then also, I don't know if I want you to meet my kid.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah.
So, like, how serious can this get? Because I have trust issues, especially with my kids, because those are my fucking kids.
Fellas, if you choose to get into a relationship or be in a relationship with a woman who already has kids prior to y'all being together, you're supposed to love those kids just as much as you love that woman, if not even more.
Man, fuck them kids, bro.
Okay, because if you're not ready to take on that responsibility of you feeling like those ain't my kids, no, that's not a man. You're supposed to look at those kids like if they were your kids. You're supposed to love them kids. Treat them good, like if they were your kids.
Nobody give a fuck about your kids but you. You don't give a fuck about your kid.
I'm sorry. If you can't do that, then don't be with a woman who has kids. Like, don't be with somebody who has kids, because how you gonna love the woman but don't treat the kids right? Like, you don't love her either. If you can't love her kids, you don't love her either.
Well, bye.
I assembled these clips to demonstrate how women sound to us. Y'all, you don't understand how entitled y'all sound, that we're supposed to care about your kids. I'm supposed to do. Ladies, it's your job to make us care about you. And when we care about you, we will care about what's important to you. But a lot of these ladies step to the plate like a man is supposed to just have these innate ingrained feelings of protecting some other dudes walking.
Cream pie.
And ladies, most men are just not wired like that.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids?
Yeah. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. It's not worth the effort. I would rather expend that effort and that time on my own kid or kids. So ladies, if you find a man that's willing to take you and your kids under his wing and do those fatherly things for your kids, you better cherish him, because stepdaddy season has been canceled. It has been over with for a few years now, in case you didn't know. I'm not gonna keep running my mouth. If you would, give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share. I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.